Hi everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, internal medicine physician. Welcome to another video. You're probably all aware that vitamin D is crucial for your bones, for your skeletal system. And I want to share with you in this video 5 other amazing effects of vitamin D on various different body systems. Now, I grew up in the south of England, that is, not the south of the USA. And I grew up in a lot of dull, dreary, dark weather, especially in the winter. And obviously I have a naturally darker skin tone as well, which compounds the problem. And I remember growing up, I would regularly feel a bit more tired, sluggish in the winter. I wouldn't feel as energetic, and I would almost always pick up whatever respiratory pathogen was floating around. And it wasn't until I was in my 20s that I started to learn more about vitamin D supplementation. And since I started supplementing regularly, particularly during the winter months, I've noticed that I feel a lot better during the winter, and I'm certainly getting fewer infections. And I put a lot of this down to vitamin D. Unfortunately, vitamin D deficiency is a pandemic. I'm often shocked when I check levels in hospitalized patients because I like doing that. Some other doctors might not, but I'm always curious, especially if someone has poor immune and metabolic health. I draw a level and it's often in the single digits, ridiculously low. We live very artificial lives now. We are built to be outdoor creatures. Get outside, get some sunlight, and we're not getting enough sunlight. And as a rule, the further we move away from nature, the more negative health effects that will have. So here we go. I want to share with you 5 other amazing effects of vitamin D. And before I even get into that, really important to note that vitamin D comes in 2 main forms, D2 and D3. We get D3 from sunlight and animal sources, including dairy, and that is the most effective at raising and maintaining levels in your body. If you're supplementing, it's always advisable then to look for D3, ideally paired with vitamin K2 to help with calcium regulation. Number 1, first benefit of having enough vitamin D in your system is immune health, as I've already alluded to, keeping your natural immunity at good levels. Because vitamin D plays a huge role in keeping your immune system functioning properly. It helps your body produce antimicrobial peptides that fight off bacteria and viruses. Meta-analysis, the highest form of study that you can get, in the British Medical Journal showed that people with adequate vitamin D levels were significantly less likely to experience respiratory infections compared to those who were deficient. And we saw some very interesting studies during the pandemic as well. So think about this as a natural defense booster for your body. Number 2, metabolic health. Obviously my area of expertise. Vitamin D helps regulate insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism. A study found that higher vitamin D levels were associated with a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Obviously, other things come into it as well, like having a good, wholesome, real food diet and exercising a lot. But it's interesting that they found this correlation with vitamin D. So if you're working on managing your weight, improving energy levels, or avoiding insulin resistance, vitamin D is a key player. And I advise that to all of the people that I work with and coach. Number 3, aging, potentially slowing down the aging process and increasing longevity. This is, of course, something that everybody wants. So vitamin D does play a major role in cellular health and reducing chronic inflammation, which is linked to faster aging. A fascinating study highlighted how vitamin D deficiency can accelerate telomere shortening, a marker of biological aging. In other words, maintaining healthy levels of vitamin D could help you age more gracefully. And I'm going to interrupt for a moment to tell you about an exciting new development. The next supplement that we are releasing, the company that I co-founded, is a bone health support supplement, which I have personally formulated based on best available evidence. The supplement contains vitamin D3, K2, collagen, calcium, and zinc. If you're interested to learn more and see if it's right for you, do check it out in the link down below. Number 4, heart health. Yes, adequate vitamin D can also help support your cardiovascular system. Low levels are strongly linked to hypertension, which is high blood pressure, heart disease, and poor cardiovascular outcomes. Research published found that people with sufficient vitamin D levels had a significantly lower risk of cardiovascular events. It's not just about your bones, your heart needs vitamin D as well. Number 5, muscle strength. Let's focus on the strength, the power of your muscles. Because vitamin D supports muscle function and recovery, making it vital if you're active, or even if you're trying to regain strength as you age. A study found that vitamin D supplementation improved muscle performance and reduced falls in older adults. So there you go. As you can see, vitamin D isn't all about your bones and your skeletal system. It's a powerhouse nutrient that impacts almost every part of your health, from your immune system to your metabolism, heart, and even your muscles. Getting enough vitamin D is non-negotiable. So what are you waiting for if you haven't thought about this? Hopefully most of you are already aware of how important vitamin D is. This is low-hanging fruit, no pun intended, although vitamin D isn't a fruit, in terms of a better health outcome by encouraging very small things. Unfortunately, our medical establishment is all in on the more expensive modalities and pharmaceutical products. But here we have something which is pretty easy for anyone to do. Make sure in our artificial modern day environment that you have enough vitamin D. And however you choose to get it, whether it's through sunlight, whether it's through food, remember it's quite difficult to get enough through food, or whether you choose to take a supplement, I want you to remember how important vitamin D is for good immune and metabolic health. Thanks everyone for listening. Dr. Suneel Dhand. Do leave a comment down below. I enjoy hearing from all of you. Do check out the links in the description down below. Again, for our new vitamin D3 K2 supplement, also containing collagen, zinc, and calcium. Also in the links down below are my website and the other work I do, including my health program and my free newsletter. If you're not already signed up for that, please do so. Hit the like button if you like this video and the subscribe button for more similar videos in the future. Stay well, everyone, and we will speak again very soon.